to learn to trust in the Lord alone, and we need to learn as Christians to trust in the Lord even if we walk on the water, even if we walk on very small, dangerous paths. How do we do so? We need one thing, the Lord, to be able to do so. It's so simple that it's in a way even stupid to people who think that they are very experienced, and I need also to take care about the cars here in Italy because they come like arrows from behind, and so anyway, the Lord is the one who is ensuring. He's the one who is enabling to be saved. He's the best navigation system if I would compare it to my situation right now here driving back to Germany. And as I've experienced that in Tunisia, and I've experienced that in many countries and many different various situations, I need to remind myself every time when I am in something which is pulling my view down to the problem. So, as I always tell to my brothers and sisters, if they look down to the circumstance, that they need to look up to Christ, and that the factors they wage looking to Christ are totally waged different than the factors looked down to the circumstances, because the conclusionary, linear, non-Christ containing wage process is the death of every belief, is the death of every faith and trust in God doing the impossible. And so you cannot really believe and walk on the water if you still discuss with God, if the water is wet, if you go down, if you walk on the water, and if you still are protected by God there. And that's what Peter did when he was walking on the water. He looked down to the water and he saw that it's impossible that he's walking on the water, and by that he was sinking, and before he simply looked to the Lord. And so what my valued brother has told me, who has sent me into the Christian work field one day, that I need to look to Jesus. That was his words when he was praying for me with hands on laying in my church in Kiel many years ago now. And this has still been one of my major challenges and one of my major spiritual remembrance points has been this sentence: you need to look to Jesus, and that's it. And so that's pretty much it. If I have something which is not clear, I look to Jesus, I pray the things away. After some years you learn to divide the spirits which are also affecting yourself in a way that you are tempted, or in a way that you give room to ungood things. And sometimes these are things which you clearly can say are of spiritual origin, and sometimes it's simply that your heart is trapping you, or it's both. And so trust and go if something happens. Trust and go, and if you fail, you stand up in the grace of the Lord. If you lose, this loss is sometimes the win of Christ who is growing in your heart, because you lose. And so when you don't lose the things, how could you grow? How could Christ grow if you're not able to really be as Christ? Christ has lost his life for you, and so you may lost your life for him and the things you have in your life here on earth. And so even if you do not try to seek something like this, or you don't have a martyr syndrome, or you don't try to pull the problems to yourself, you still are able not to you're able not to act out of looking to the circumstances and out of fear, out of the mankind and fleshly approach to secure yourself. And this is something I learn right now again in a thing which is more complicated, which is simply also tricky by itself, how it's displayed to myself, and so it's time and power consuming, and it's scarily linear, and I need to really get rid of these inner thoughts in a way that re-enable my typical solid inner free, and it is still there and pretty much there.
Kreisverkehr einfahren, dann zweite Ausfahrt rechts zur A19.